I warmly welcome you to the channel. This is Elikis Music Official. This tutorial is going to be the answer on this comment that most people pass under my videos. They ask me, how do I create my strings, especially this one that we just heard? How do I create it? Okay, so this video will answer everything. It's going to showcase everything that you're supposed to know. So let's stop the talking, let's delve into it. Now the plugin or the software that you are seeing on the interface is Cubase 13. Okay, so it's a DAW. You can just make a research about that. All right, so the first plugin that I use is called Cog M1. You can see it yourself, Cog M1, and I've opened it. If you open it, it's very simple. The first preset or the first patch that you see, that's what I'm going to use. It's called Universe. So this is what I do. If you can't see yours, just navigate from the combi to the multi. Just select the multi and then automatically you're going to see the Universe patch that I'm talking about. So let me solo the cog. Please, I'll advise you to wear headset, else some of the voice you won't hear. Listen to it. So you can hear this is more of an ambient sound. This is a water drop. Okay, so I'm going to balance everything in addition. So on the Cog M1, you can see this is the mixer board. This is the Cog M1. I would like to pan it to my far left. Okay, so I'm panning everything to the hard left. There's a reason for that. So if I play it, you're going to hear it only in the left side. Okay, so that's what I use, and I think I use some plugins on it. So let's see if I did something like that. Okay, so I load Percussion 3, that's far filter, just cast some of the highs and the lows. That's what I've been doing on the water drop. The next plugin that I'm using here is called Expand 2. You can see, let me open it for you to see the tone that I use. I use what we call wind chimes. Okay, wind chimes. So if you open it, I select under the default, I click here. If you come to the percussion, you're going to see the wind chime somewhere here. Okay, so here is it, number 16 under the percussion category. So that's what I selected. That's all what I did for the span. And on it, I've loaded Percussion 3 on it as well, and I've cut the lows and highs. Okay, so there's more of mixing, and I've also panned this one to far right. Okay, so if you leave it, it's going to play at the center, but I choose to pan it far right. You can see my ambience is on the left, hard left, and the wind chime is on far right. So if you play them together, let's listen. Okay, so I'm having a chimes here and water drop here. There's a reason for that. Then I brought in Omnisphere. Okay, so let me open it for you to see the patches that I chose. So inside Omnisphere, these are the various patches that I chose. The first one is Fat JD pad. You can see under the pad and the strings category, you can see it here, Fat JD pad. But if you want to be using multiple patches inside Omnisphere, it's that simple. You need to come to multi, then come to stack. So inside stack, you need to enable the stack mode, and you can click here. You see the drop down row. Click here, you can select maybe 8 parts. If you select that one, it means you're going to be using 8 different patches, but I selected a 4-way split because I'm going to be using only 4 individual patches. So on the mixer board, the second patch that I choose is Bell of St. Elmo's. Okay, so let's see where we can find that as well. It's also find that the pass and the strings, the same thing. You can look at the name and search for it. The third voice, this is classical tenor. You see the RP. Okay, so this is a very popular voice. I will let you listen to how it also sounds like. But this also the name classical tenor is under the human voices. Okay, that's where you can find it. The last voice that I use is called MK80 Rose Lash Octavia. So that one too, you can find this a keyscape patch. Okay, you know, you can use keyscape inside Omnisphere. So that's what I'm doing, and I have it here. So if I open keyboards, you can see it here. Okay, so just search for the name. If you have keyscape in addition, you're going to find this one. So that's the various patches that I've done. Now this is what I did. Since I want to mix each of these instruments on their own, I did output them separately. Okay, so if you open Omnisphere default, all the sound will come out through the master channel on the mixer board. I wanted to route everything so that I can touch on these individual patches separately. Okay, so inside the fat JD pad, I click on the out, set it to A. On the bell of Elmos, click on the out, set it to B. On the classical tenor, click on out, set it to C. The same thing where I did for the Rose Lash Octavia, I set that one to out D. If you do that, you are not done. In Cubase 13, you need to come to the left zone. You will see the various plugins that we are using. So you can see Omnisphere here. Just click on this small arrow that you see here. Then you click on activate output. Now you're going to select the various patches that you use. Okay, so just select all of them. Click to select them. Now everything that I play, it will be coming out on the mixer board. Instead for me to have everything from the Omnisphere going straight to the master bus, everything is coming separately onto the mixer board. So you see it here. Now you know how to route everything out. The next thing I did is what they call panning. Okay, JD pad. Okay, I pan it to 50. So if I solo it, let me solo it and play for you to listen to how it sounds like. So look at something here. I think I've placed equalizer on it. Let me mute the equalizer. So that's the JD pad alone, how it sounds like. You see, it's powerful on its own. And this is what I decided to do. Since I wanted to stack multiple patches, I place equalizer on it. So the equalizer is just cutting off the low ends. The reason why I did it because I wanted to have another pad that has a lot of more low ends. So I cut all this space just to leave space for the other pad. Okay, then after cutting, I just pan or push it to 50 left. So you can see it here. I've pushed it to 50 left. Then I have in addition a different voice we call the bell of Amos. Listen to it. So that one is coming through this channel, and I place equalizer on it. That one too, I cut the low end. But here is the trick. This one I'm cutting only the size. Okay, so if you understand mixing, I click here, stereo placement, then I select side. So this is what it does. It's just going to cut the low ends. You know, if you understand mixing, the bass, any instrument that have a lot of low ends, you know, for the below 200 Hz, you can keep it mono. So since I've cut only the side, it is keeping here mono. Okay, I don't have to explain it. If you are novice about mixing, you understand me. I've just cut the side and it is making this place mono, but still the sound will be coming. So listen to how it sounds. Because if I'm to leave all these stuffs into my system, if you play through phone, it's going to vibrate the phone. That's why I cut these low ends, only the mid side. Okay, so that's what I did for the bell of Amos. It's very heavy, so I pan it to far right. That's around 50. That's the panning that I did. The reason why I brought this to right and this left is because I'm having wind chime that's more, it contains a lot of high ends. I pan that to far right. You can see it here. And this bell of Amos has a lot of low ends. So I pan it to far right because it will not, collide with that wind chime because they are of different frequencies. Okay. If I'm to pan the bell of Amos to the left, I'm having the water drop there, and it almost have similar frequency like the bell of Amos. That's why I took each of these staffs into the opposite side. So you can see the JD part, I brought it to the left because the bell, that kind of water drop is not all that harsh, so it can't compete with the JD part. So that's what I did. The last voice that I used, I think this is classical tenor. Listen to it. You've been hearing this voice so many times. That's the name, classical tenor. It's from the human voices. And that one too, I think I just span it to 30. So I push it to the left where I have a lot of high ends at 30 left. Then I place equalizer on it. This equalizer is just cutting more of the low ends around 3 hertz. So I'm just cutting the low ends a little for the pad. Then I come to the MK80 Rose Lash Octavia. That one too, I pan it to 30 right. Okay, you can see I'm just making everything equal. I don't want to make my staffs unbalanced. So the rose is being panned to 30, and on it I place equalizer. That one too is cutting some of the low ends because I have a lot of pass going on here. Okay, so that's all what I did. I think that's all for the patches that I use in Omnisphere. Play everything together. This is how it sounds like. It sounds so good, right? So that's basically how I layered everything. And after everything, I selected all these stuffs, then group it into a bar. So that's why you see a bar here. I just right click on it. If you select all these tabs, you just need to open your mixer, click on any of these tabs, then say add the group channel to selected track. Then you're going to create this instrument bars. So that means all these tones will be coming to only one line. Okay, and I just add CLA 3A just to, I think, bring the sound up front a little. That's basically what I did for my tones. If you have any question, you can add. If the video helps you, kindly find time to like it, share, comment anything at all, and also subscribe. That's very important. So in case any of these softwares that I use in the video, you need some of them, I can install them for you, but it's not free. Okay, so I do what we call remote installation. It means I don't need to be present at your place, but I can install it on your PC. Okay, so I do that offer as well. So thank you for your time. God bless you for watching this video.